Okay, we are all ready. So, first thing I'm going to go over is economic data, or maybe I should wait a little bit, let more people in here. Um, you know what? No, it's okay. This will be posted, so I'll just go over this first. So, obviously, today is Monday, market was closed. Nothing going on besides Trump's inauguration. Tuesday, tomorrow, we have no economic data. Wednesday, leading economic indicators, which will be semi important. So definitely make sure to watch for that. And then Thursday, initial jobless claims, which will be important. And then Friday, I would say consumer sentiment will be the most important going on there. So for this week, starting off, we already don't have too much data, which is obviously a good thing. And also, if you guys are typing to me right now, I can't see it because I want to be sharing my full screen for uploading it on YouTube. So I will get to questions after I'm done. And then, so not too much economic data for this week, which is a good thing. But with Trump coming into office, things could whatever bills he may sign, stuff like that, could definitely affect us. Although I think with his policies, I do believe it will affect us in a good way, talking about the short term. So going into tomorrow and this whole week, my market sentiment, like just me, myself, I definitely think we will be more bullish this week, kind of the hype of Trump coming into office. There are a lot of business owners and investors who are excited about this and who think, we're going to have some great opportunities within the next 4 years. So I think there will be some good hype coming to us this next week. But if not, so let me just go over QQQ real quick. I am on the 4 hour time frame. I'm not really showing much. This is just going to be like how my YouTube videos are. But on Qs, I would like to see a continuation of trend and see up to around 425.08 area, which would be ideal for us. If not for some reason we do get downside this week, something doesn't hold up, stuff can always happen. I would want to see down to 519, and below 519 we could definitely see around 516 area. Although again, my market sentiment is definitely more bullish for this week. Next thing I want to go over is Tesla. So obviously with Tesla, I am most definitely bullish with this company because now Elon Musk is inserted in the government. He can pretty much influence whatever he wants to, especially for Tesla itself, and get laws passed and stuff like that. So for him, it is great for his company. I know overnight market has already opened, and I think we're around 433 right now. So first area I would like to see tomorrow is 435.05, and then up to 449.32 area. If we get extremely bullish tomorrow. But again, next 4 years, as long as Trump and Elon Musk are, still kind of working together, still friends, that's really, really big for Tesla as a company. So, but again, if we see downside this week, I would want to see to around 417 area. I wouldn't want to see any lower than that. That means something bad happened. Next thing I'm going to talk about is NVIDIA. So for going into this week, I don't really have anything too special in mind for NVIDIA. I'm not seeing too much or seeing, we're going to have some big breakout, but I am looking towards, 138.55 area and then 140.52 on NVIDIA kind of for this week. We get downside, I would like to see 135.72 and then down to 133.49 would be ideal to see on NVIDIA, see those levels. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did reach all-time highs over this weekend. As we saw, we reached, I think, 109, and then we quickly retraced back down, and I believe right now we're sitting at 101 area. So if we end up, if Trump ends up signing something regarding crypto, or, he hypes it up in some way, we could definitely see another nice breakout and uptrend on Bitcoin. But I'm only talking about this so I can go over Coinbase, Mara, and MSTR. I don't trade Bitcoin, but I do trade Coin, Mara, MSTR, and all those companies and such. So obviously going over Bitcoin is really important. So I would like to see some sort of continuation of Bitcoin. I would like to see us kind of reach back to ideally 104, 105 area on Bitcoin by in the next couple of days, I would say. But yeah, if we don't see that, then I don't think we're going to see a ton of downside though. So if we don't see, a nice uptrend on Bitcoin, I really don't see that we're going to get like some heavy downside and all that. So next thing I want to look at is coin. So coin, again, if Bitcoin continues up and we get some more upside, yeah, we're currently at 101. But if we do get upside for coin, I do want to look towards 298.89 area and then above 300 to reaching around 310. And then I think above 310 we're going to get kind of choppy on coin, but also still depends on, what Bitcoin is doing. If Bitcoin continues lower or we don't see a big bounce of Bitcoin, then I would like to see around 287. Sorry guys. 287.79 area on Coinbase. Lower than that, I would want to say below like 280, but again, if we're seeing those areas, that is not good news. Something probably happened. Next, Mara. So I would like to see above 2093 and then reaching to 2158. Obviously, Mara doesn't get as much of an uptrend as Coin and MSTR, but is still really good to trade. So I would definitely be keeping an eye on this, especially if you have a smaller portfolio. Mara is great to trade. If we do get downside, I would like to see 1909 and us holding above 1909. MSTR. I don't really have too much to say about MSTR because it's not my favorite to trade. Contracts move too quickly. It's super volatile. I don't recommend trading it, but if you are, I would like to see upside to 410.37 and then 428 area. And if we see downside on Bitcoin, I would like to see to 377.94 area for MSTR. And then the last thing I'm going to go over, or two more things that I'm going to go over. One is Apple. So we're kind of at this make or break area, in my opinion. If we are below 228.30, we could see back into 225, even 220 area this week. But if we're above 230, then I want to see to 235. And then last thing I'm going to go over real quick is just Meta. Meta is also at an interesting area right now, but with recently, Mark Zuckerberg kind of not teaming up, but, definitely becoming more friendly with the Trump administration going into tomorrow and this next week, we could see Meta, reaching back up to 630. So I would keep your eye on this, but I also am not expecting too much from Meta. We could see some choppiness and not too much movement. But yes, that is all I have for you guys. This will be posted on YouTube if you want to, watch over it again. Are there any questions at all? Let me know. Any questions? Thank you. Any serious questions? Maybe, maybe not. Is there something you guys want me to take a look at real quick going into this next week? Oh, one thing I could take a look at, actually. I do hold shares of this, called out in the Discord, so I would prefer to see Trump media continue upside this next week. Depending on, what Trump kind of does, we don't really know yet what he's going to say, what he's going to do. But I would like to see us holding above 42.50 and then reaching to 45 a share would be great. I only hold shares of this. I'm not in any options plays for this right now. But to see downside below like 39 area would be kind of odd. I'm not really expecting that. So I would just say to keep an eye on this one going into this next week. AMD. Oh, yeah. AMD, I paid somewhat attention to last week. I did get stopped out of a trade. Yeah, that was last week. Because, of course, AMD was holding above my level perfectly, entered, and then right after AMD decided that it was not going to break out after that. And then for AMD to later break out in the day. So that was a lot of fun. But anyways, AMD is definitely a tough one. Just doing regular technical analysis, if we see, upside bullishness this week, I would like to see above 125 on AMD this week. I'm not saying tomorrow. It's a lot to ask for tomorrow. And then below 119 area, 119 would kind of be the support area as of right now. As long as we're holding up 121, I don't know if we are right now in the overnight market. I'd have to check. But non-technical analysis for AMD, it is continuously getting downgraded by different companies and stuff like that. And although that doesn't mean too much to us, especially as day traders, but if you're looking to, swing AMD at all, I would be very, very careful of that. Because AMD definitely, investors have been taking its downgrades very seriously and sending the stock lower continuously. So again, I would be careful of something like that happening, and I would just be aware that AMD honestly doesn't really move that much. So yeah, but does that make sense? Any other questions? Anything? Yeah, of course. All right, if there's no questions, then SPY. Oh yeah, I didn't go over SPY. I normally don't trade SPY, but I'll go over it. But I just didn't because I'm trading Qs recently and a lot more than SPY. But same sort of thing as Qs, just different levels, obviously. I would like to see us above 600 again if we are more bullish, but for whatever reason we get some downside. Could definitely see back to 595 area, and then 593 down to there. But yeah, same sort of thing as Qs as I just said. It's just kind of going to depend on what happens tomorrow, what investors are thinking about Trump, all of that good stuff. I just went over Tesla, so